2. Hey, Co, here we are at Stratford Academy with the Eagles Nest Coaches Show. We are missing a few kids this week, but that's okay. We still have the great attitude after another big win over Calvary Christian. We had to go on the road. We had to play on a tough field, overcome injuries. Bottom line, winner again. I'm here with Coach Paul Carroll and Graham. Over here on the far end, my name is John, and we are a little short on kids today. We had a couple that couldn't be here, but we're going to make the best of it. Coach, I'm going to let you introduce the 4 winners this week.
Yeah, we've got 4 players of the week. Had a great game. It was our last regular season game on the road. It was a big win for us. We needed to go over to Columbus and get a big win to come back so we could go ahead and get that #1 seed, and we did. Offensively, we got Aaron Jefferson. Aaron Jefferson had over 100 yards rushing. He stepped in good at running back, and also defensively he had about 6 or 7 tackles, so he played a heck of a game. Defensively, I got Kel Smith. Kel had 7 tackles, I think 2 assists, and a tackle for loss, and a big pass breakup there a little bit later in the game where they were kind of moving the ball and they kind of wanted to get it vertical, and he made a heck of a play. We've got special teams was George Dunn again. He was last week also. He was 7 for 7 for extra points and kicked 2 field goals, and I think the longest might have been about 41, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So huge right there, especially later in the year right now. Special teams are going to be a big thing as far as in the playoffs. We had a scout team player of the week this week, Walden Hiley. I hope I say it the right way. Sometimes I mispronounce his name quite a bit. Walden stepped up, all week long. He gave us, big time showing us at receiver because they did throw the ball a lot. And actually, he stepped up in the game and made a big catch right there at the beginning of the game, and he got to about the inch line. I thought he scored. He actually ran some guys over, which was great, and seeing a small freshman making big plays on a Friday night, which was awesome.
So, Coach, we had talked about Calvary Christian, and it was a good feeling going into that game, but you expected a big challenge, especially going on the road. The loss of Tyler Stevens, first game without him. How do you think your kids reacted to the adversity?
I think they responded real well. I mean, the score shows it. 30-47. There at the beginning, we moved the ball up and down the field. We just didn't punch it in the end zone. We had a couple negative plays there that kind of pushed us back a little bit. And I think all our running backs did a heck of a job. Aaron stepped in. We call him A-Train. He stepped in and made some big runs. We had Sanford Horn. Sanford Horn made some big runs. We had Mo Butler also, R.J. Ryland. All of those guys rushed for over 160, 170 yards, or even more. I think it ended up total rushing was 200-something yards. So, we're back on track, and it's a new season coming up. So we were really excited about the other night on the road getting that big win.
So you talk about special teams a lot. Field goals, maybe 1 field goal coming in to this game that you've made? You've tried 3 or 4 maybe. How big is it to have a confident kicker coming into this time of the year?
Man, we work it every day in practice just about, and we stress all the time that 1 point or those 3 points are huge, and it comes down to not just the kicker. It comes down to the snap, to the hold, and the protection. So you got to have all phases of that game working all at once to be successful with it, and we were the other night.
Okay, against a kind of a more pass-happy offense like Calvary, what's the most important job for a linebacker and gap integrity was?
Well, you just got to read the run and pass, and if it's run, I'll go set the edge. If it's pass, I'll either go to my drop or guard the man in front of me.
How could you tell if their quarterback was tipping a run or pass on Friday night?
Well, really, I just pay attention to what the running back does, and if I see the quarterback start dropping and zone coverage, I'll go to my drop, and man coverage, I like to get hands on the receiver. Just makes covering them easier, slows them down.
How is how's that breakup? It was a big part of the game. It was a big third down. How did that feel?
I mean, it felt amazing. He kind of almost burnt me a little bit, but then I caught back up to him and I saw the ball and just made a play.
Now, Aaron, you're replacing probably, I would say, the best back in the league this year, and now they hand it to you. How do you feel about having that kind of role right now?
I feel great, coming in as a freshman, taking the big step with helping our team, achieve something big. And I feel great, to be able to do that for my team.
So as far as playing both ways, because, I mean, you're also the leading tackler on the team. So, I mean, I asked you how old you were. You're 15 years old, and all of a sudden you're the leading tackler, and, I mean, you're going to be the bell cow on offense now. So, I'm sure you have great support from your coaches and your team, and they're telling you how you have to really take care of yourself right now, right?
Yes, sir.
So, are you ready for more carries? We hear 12 last game, but you know how these coaches like to run the football. Now, you're deep running back wise, but are you ready for a bigger load?
I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I prepared myself well for this because, I've been playing football a long time. Playing both sides of the ball has been I always been playing both sides of the ball. And I always been to be the person to step up for my team and give us the big win.
So, last question. You have a good group of running backs. Like Coach said, y'all ran for over 200 yards. So you have other guys. How confident are you on the other guys that are going to get the football?
I feel really confident in my other running backs because, they can do pretty much what I do, get our team in a good field position to score the ball and stuff, so they can do what I do pretty much.
Coach, as the great Jim Morris Sr. once said,
Playoffs?
what do the state playoffs mean to you?
Well, like I talked to the kids the other day, and I think a lot of people were talking about the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, this seed, and I told the guys, I said, we're in. I don't care what seed we are. It's a new season. Really, I look at seeding after November 22nd, and that's basically the state championship game, and then you can decide who gets the top seed or not. But, we're so excited to be in the playoffs. We have a bye week. I don't like bye weeks personally. I don't. I like to go ahead and keep playing. We got some momentum going. I know last year we had 2 weeks for a bye week. This year we don't. We just 1. But we're excited about being there. Now we just got to wait and see who we're going to play.
You say you don't like bye weeks, but after playing on a rough field like Calvary's, maybe the bye week will be helpful for us for a good practice, get everybody's legs back under them, get the soreness off.
Yeah, I think so. The field wasn't like playing at the Masters, I guess you would say. The grass wasn't looking like that. But we'll play wherever you got to play. We got to play out in that parking lot. We'll play.
That'll wrap it up for this week's edition of the Eagles Nest Coaches Show. 1, 2, 3, Eagle!
Pride.